to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Seattle Seahawks. Two former division rivals in the old AFC West. The Seahawks and Chargers are underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Charger offense making their way back out there. On 1st and 10, Herbert. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Herbert. He's airing it out for Williams. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. On 2nd and 10, the ball back with Herbert. And this one's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Justin Herbert looking to throw on 2nd down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Flushed out right. And that is going to be caught. And it moves the lead to 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-0.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll set up to throw from the gun. And oh, right away, he lost the football. Justin Jones. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Hill on the return. Hill shedding the tackle. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Flush to his right. He'll run it. Herbert able to show his wheels as he gets the first. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Here's Herbert now on second down. That's complete to Austin Ekeler, the running back. There he goes left side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Ekeler, 47 yards. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2.
Set the kickoff.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
36-yard line.
Stepping up, Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble, and this is recovered by the Chargers. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to the defense there. Good job of knocking it free.
Yeah, because a lot of the time we just blame the offensive players for not taking care of it. How about the effort of the defensive players knowing that guys are going to, and if they're good, anticipate the contact coming and try and cover up the football, and they still find ways to knock it free.
That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Ekeler. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. He'll buy some time, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
Actually lining up for the extra point.
Now, first quarter, and this lead is already... Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's all alone, Tyrod Taylor. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's now 2nd and 6.
This is Carson. He finds an opening past the 40. And they will finally drag him down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's up 2nd and 11 at the Chargers' 32-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
24. Seahawks, nothing.
Now 2nd and 11 from the 32. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. A quick target here, complete to Metcalf. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 15-yard line. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. They'll run on first down. Carson, they stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
That was a nice throw out there to the flat, but they defended that pretty well. The hope is to go ahead and put it on him so he can turn and get upfield and gain additional yardage. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick. And he is all the way up past the 25. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half.
That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Oh, that was dangerous. Throw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because...
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs?
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic. Faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15... mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the
my
stuff
grandmother
she used to preserve.
did the same. It smelled
terrible.
Stepping up, Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And the return will stop right around the 25. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
15 yards through the air and a first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Herbert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And this offense continues to pour it on. Here's Herbert. We've seen this already from him in this game. 2nd time he's into the end zone with a rushing touchdown.
So the head coach is going to have a meeting with the owner this week. You know why? He's got to let the owner know, I know you wrote the check for his arm, but we're going to make him a part of our running game too. This guy can do it all. Let's see where he takes us.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up second down.
Casey Hayward on the coverage.
To throw again, Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's fourth down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
And here's Dixon. Punt now as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. Hill shedding the tackle. $34 yards on the return, but for a moment looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. And he's taken down inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. 2nd and 10, here's Herbert once more. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And down inside the 15 he goes. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Herbert operating from the red zone. Flushed out right. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Virgil Green. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. This is DJ Reed returning. And able to get this out to the 25. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 31, Wilson over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. But now it'll be 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 4.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. No real hesitation from Anthony Lynn. They're going to go for 2. Now Herbert following the turnover. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
This will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards. Now Wilson on first down. And his throw here's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 13.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Carson. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and goal, Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson on target to DK Metcalf. And the Seahawks are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And that's a critical touchdown. I don't want to be too hyperbolic or whatever, but they needed some points on the board before halftime.
They certainly did, and, you know, it's not going to erase everything that happened in the first half. Look, they got outplayed. There's no question about that. But now it gives them a chance to regroup, feel a little bit better about themselves. And how many games have we done where we've seen everything flip when another half begins? And by the way, did you say hyperbolic?
I did. Thank you. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached half. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter.
7. Time on, set to kick off.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the 3rd quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up.
And it's a fumble, and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for... Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
25-yard line.
They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28.
Now Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
The broken tackle, but couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9.
From the gun, Wilson. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 39 yards there, a big one.
But to me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And picked up by the Chargers. The 40, 30, 20. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed once he got it. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
On 1st down, it's Carson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run. But I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run. One that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
To Tyler Lockett.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
He certainly had plenty of success running the ball, and right now I'm getting the sense that he's looking to take off and run every time he steps back to throw it.
But they did a nice job there collapsing on him and holding him to a short gain. The Rams ready to go on offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now it's Herbert. And this is complete. It's Allen. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Herbert. Flush to his, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Time on, set to kick off.
Long now will kick it away following the touchdown. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of routing, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 33 and a first.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Past the 20. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. Touchdown, Allen! Keenan Allen, 41 yards. continues to pour. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. Even though he's all alone, Tyrod Taylor. And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean, the risk-reward is really off the charts, not in your favor. Run your offense out there. Put it on the 2-yard line if you want to go for 2. But I'll be darned. They ended up getting that one, didn't they?
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Being chased out left. And he's going to keep it here. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Looked to me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will make it into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick 6. Wilson hit, it's loose, it's out, fumble. But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Now loose football. The ball comes out and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Reed returning. Oh, good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now Carson fumbles the football and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Running on first down, Eckler. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 30-yard line.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. Steps away to his left. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Shaquille Griffin knocking it away that time in coverage. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Rolling to his left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be well short of a first down as he stopped again right at the line of scrimmage.
I don't know about you, Brandon, but I often think to myself, in these situations, I want to back.
And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game: defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Reed opts for the touchback.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Wilson will throw again. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
Justin Jones.
Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get